If I gave you the exact words the best closer in the world uses, word for word, and you read them off a page, you would still fail. Because words were never the reason they closed. It was never what they said. It was how they said it. This trips up almost every new salesperson. They hunt for the perfect script, the perfect line that magically gets a yes, and then they memorize it, say it word for word, and get rejected anyway, confused about what went wrong. What went wrong is they treated sales like a script reading contest instead of a human conversation. Here is something worth sitting with. Communication is, mostly, not the words themselves. Tone, pace, certainty, energy, all of that carries far more weight than the actual sentence coming out of your mouth. You already know this from real life. Someone can say, "I'm fine," in a way that clearly means they are not fine at all. Same 3 words, completely different message, because the meaning lives in how it's delivered, not in the words themselves. This connects directly to what we talked about with autopilot. Remember, most people are not consciously analyzing your sentences. Their brain is running on a kind of background processing, and what it's actually picking up on is tone and certainty. If your voice wavers, if you rush, if you sound like you're asking for permission instead of guiding a conversation, the customer's brain registers uncertainty before they've even processed your words logically. And uncertainty triggers doubt. You could have the most perfect script in the world, and it will not survive a shaky delivery. This is also why the same objection handling line can work beautifully for one salesperson and completely fall flat for another. It was never about the line. It's about whether the person saying it actually believes it, and whether that belief comes through in their voice. Think back to trust rejection, that moment where reality hits and the customer gets scared. If you respond to that moment with the right words, but a nervous, apologetic tone, you will lose them, because your tone is telling them you're not confident either. But if your tone stays calm and certain, even if your wording is a little rough around the edge, the customer's nervous system calms down because it's taking its cues from you. So, stop memorizing perfect scripts, word for word. Instead, get clear on the actual point you're making, and then say it like you mean it. Slow down. Let your voice carry weight. Confidence is not about what vocabulary you use. It is about whether you sound like someone who already knows the outcome is going to be fine. People don't remember your words. They remember how you made them feel while you were saying them.